Hi, friends. This is Bethany. I'm your host and welcome back. I've missed you. If you're new here, this is kind of our space to just kind of learn and grow together. And today, specifically, we're going to be talking about those times that you feel like you've just like missed out on joy. Like maybe you put your kids to bed and you think like, was I intentional with them at all? Was I with them at all? Or those times when someone says, "What'd you do today?" And you're like, uh, those times is what we're going to talk about today. So I will see you over there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you have not heard yet, I actually have a website now. It's not the most fancy website right now, but it's good for what I need right now. I actually am going to offer coaching, half an hour to an hour, one-on-one spiritual growth coaching. So this is geared towards the moms that are just in the weeds right now. You're feeling distant from God. You're not as close as you used to be. You kind of just lost track of that girl you used to be. And you know that if she was here right now, she would have more peace and she would have more patience than what you've got right now. And that's what I want to help you with. And I can't help you parent because, girl, I am right there with you. But what I can help you with is growing closer to God and figuring out how to incorporate Him in your busy life, breaking it down, seeing exactly what it is in your life that's personally holding you up from getting closer to God. And I just have you are on my heart and God has put you there. And so if this sounds like you, I will link my website below and it has all the information on it to get that coaching. So that's super exciting. Also, in March, I'm doing something. I'm going to go live in March. So look for all the details there. If you are not part of my Facebook group, that's where I'm funneling all these details in. And my newsletter is also where I'm funneling in these details. So if you're not part of those, get on it. Those links will also be in the description. I'm excited to see you all and meet you all and talk to you all. It'll be fun. I'm excited. More details to come. But let's get back to when we're missing out on joy. I know as a mother that you have felt that way. We all have. You are not alone. Um, but the thing is, we need to recognize when it's happening. We can't just keep going in life and let it carry on. Especially if we have kids, they deserve more of us. So I have been so many times ever since I stayed home. Someone will say, "What have you done today?" And I'm like, I really, really have to think about it. And sometimes I can't even come up with an answer. Or something that happens to me a lot is all three kids will be talking at once. And one of my triggers is noise. So it'll get loud and noisy, and I will start to get upset and irritated. So I'll mentally check out, like, I'm out of here, peace. Uh, and they're all talking to me at once, and I'm over here thinking about what the next podcast episode is going to be. And I mean, I'm sure the kids realize these things. And again, we've all been there. Or when you're playing with the kids and you're mentally making a grocery list, or you're reading your Bible and you're thinking about laundry, or you're thinking about work this morning. Um, there's a lot of things in our life that can take our attention away and steal our joy. So, joy lives in presence. So, if we are present in the moment, that is the moments that we're going to experience joy. And one of the ways that we can experience joy is to give our worry to God. And this is more of a practice. It's not like a one time thing, it's a practice. You just have to learn in your life how to practice and how to start doing this. It's something I'm still working on. It's continually and constantly saying, okay, whatever I'm worried about, I'm giving it to God, because then that creates so much space in your brain and it allows room for you to be present in the moment and for you to experience joy, whether it's with your kids or your spouse or your friends or napping or relaxing, like whatever you're doing, it eliminates you worrying. It eliminates that what if. And worry keeps us stuck either in the future or in the past. So, like in the future, I'm worried I'm not going to get all of this done in time. I'm worried about the situation at work. I'm worried that this bill isn't going to get paid. Or in the past, I'm worried that I did this, so and so is going to be mad. Or, I don't know. I don't know what your worry is, but I do know that Philippians 4:6-7 says, do not be anxious about anything. Matthew 6:34 says, do not worry about tomorrow. 1 Peter 5:7 says, cast all your anxieties on him. Psalms 55:22 says, cast all your burdens on the Lord. What I do know is that our God is big and he can handle it. So make it a practice to continually give your worry to God. And then that allows you to be present. It allows you to just be free. It's very freeing, I guess. Actually, the other day, I don't even remember having a bad day, but I remember I stopped smack like dead in my tracks, and I was like, "No, God, I'm over it. Today sucks. I'm over it. I can't do this. Take it." And that's it. I just stopped worrying about it. I was stopped worrying about it so much I can't even remember what it was. So that is going to help us experience joy because we will have space then to be where joy lives, which is in the present moment. Way number 2 is my arch nemesis, guys. If you know, you know. I think I talk about type B moms quite a bit because I am type B. And from what I understand, type A is organized on top of it and knows what's happening. And type B is scattered, doesn't know what's going on, and misses appointments a lot. So organization's my enemy. And number 2 is organization. Like that's my second hack for you. And me of all people, I'm giving you that hack. But seriously, organization actually really does help you clear your mental plate. So for instance, all of us have this list, this ongoing list of to-dos, right? I need to text her back. I need to order that. I need to do this. Oh, I need to do this too. Oh, and this needs done, and the dogs need fed, and the kids need this, and just list of things. And then if you're a working parent, you also have that list of things at work. Maybe you turn it off when you're home. Maybe you can't turn it off when you're home. Either way, you always have a working, running list. Some of us are more organized about our list than others. Me, I am not. I am naturally like over here, over there, over here. Oh, yeah, this. Oh, I got to do this and this and this. So, what I have been doing lately, which I found has helped and it almost instantaneously helps. It's not like a build up and make it work thing, or like you have to do it for a long time before you see results. Like I almost instantly started seeing results when I started doing this. I started blocking my time. So I have a paper calendar. I'm a paper and pen girl. So, I mean, there's maybe a couple things I do digitally. This coaching program I'm doing is digitally. But in my planner, I take every Monday, I do the whole week and I take a highlighter and I block off 5 times throughout the day. So my first one is my AM block. So that's going to be when I get up before the kids get up. For me, this is when I work out and read the Bible. It is my only chance of the day to do those 2 things. And those 2 things set the tone of my day. They set the tone of my brain. They really do a lot for me, which there's another episode I have talked about that in, and it's an episode about 5 habits that really changed things for me if you want to go back and listen. I also have an episode on the last point about not worrying. That was episode 16, I believe. But anyways, so I have the AM block. So that is what I need to do before I get my kids awake. This is going to look different for you. Everyone's 5 blocks are going to look different. AM, early morning. And then I have morning blocks. So that's when we're all awake, we're eating breakfast, getting ready for school, getting on the bus, yada, yada, yada. And then I have my work block. And this is the biggest block of my day. And I schedule it with like, just whatever I do during the day. We'll get to that point. And then I have the evening block, which is kids are home from school, we're doing homework, we're eating dinner, we're winding down, even up to bedtime. And then I have the PM block, which is after my kids go to bed. If there's anything I need to do after they go to bed, it's my husband and I's only time that we are alone. And it's just honestly, I never even write anything in that block because I go to bed almost right after my kids do. but, but it's there if I need it. So all right, so then I have the 5 blocks on every day. So on top of that, I took my list of all my thoughts and things I need to do, which there's a bunch of partial lists on my phone. There's a bunch of partial lists on pieces of paper in a notebook in the junk drawer. I grabbed all those lists and put them together. And then I separated them into days. So, like, laundry is one of the things that I put on, I don't remember, but let's say I put it on Tuesday and Friday. Okay. So then I separated it into days. Grocery shopping, I grocery shop online and go pick it up, and I try to just do it once a week. So I put like Monday, I'll order groceries. Wednesday, I'll go pick up groceries. I took every single thing on that list that included my at home stuff. I have an art studio. It included that. It included podcast stuff. It included kids stuff. Like every hat that I wear, it included all of it. And then I just separated it into days. So then I take the days, and some of those things I need to do weekly and some I need to do monthly. So the ones I did monthly, I said, okay, I'm going to do this on Tuesdays, the second week of the month. So I put it on there. And it's like I gave every single thing on my list a home. And then once it's on that home, I don't need to think about it again. And I'm not going to lose it because it's on a partial list in the junk drawer. Um, so I hope I'm not losing. I hope this is making sense. I'm like visually using my hands to show you, and none of you can see me. So, um, but anyway, so everything has a list in a day. So then I just simply look at my calendar. I look at what I'm supposed to do that day, and I get it done. And I get it done so fast. And then I ended up having all this extra time, like instantly had all this extra time. And my mind is no longer wondering about what I'm supposed to do. And it's just done. And it was weird the first few days because it's like, what am I supposed to do when I'm not just spinning my wheels? What am I supposed to do when I don't feel like I always have something to do? Like it just really took away the stress and allowed me to be present in the moment. Way number 3. Sorry, that was my huge tangent about organization, and I am not organized. That's my point. Like if I can do it, you can do it. And maybe my method won't work for you guys. Okay, way 3, do one thing at a time. Don't multitask. I am the queen of multitasking. I feel like I'm always multitasking. I don't know how to single task, but I kind of learned this a little from my husband, and I think it is a male female thing. Because I heard once that men have like boxes that they go to, and they work in that box, and then they go to a different box and work in that box, and they even have a nothing box, which I cannot imagine my brain not thinking about something. And then women's brains are like a bunch of cross wire computer sparks and just crazy. So, and I heard that from like psychiatrists, so I'm assuming it's relatively true. uh, so my husband does not multitask. He is a horrible multitasker, but what I see from him is 100%. And I don't put 100% on anything really. I mean, I want to and I do my best, but is it really my best when I'm also cooking dinner, or I'm also cleaning this, or I have this soaking? And I'm giving horrible examples, but so multitasking kind of steals joy because it makes us focus on a lot of different things at once where we can't be 100% focused on something. And we normalize doing everything halfway. Our bodies are in a moment, but our minds are scattered and our minds are everywhere. And guys, I'm so guilty of this. Okay. So I am not pointing the finger here. If anything, I'm pointing it at me. Um, so if we can work on that, that will also help us experience the joy in those moments. Joy shows up when we give our full attention to one thing, when we are present. Psalms 46:10 says, "Be still and know I am God." Be still. It's an important thing. It's important. Rest is important. It's essential in our physical growth, our mental growth, our spiritual growth. Rest is a biblical and important factor that we just often forget about and assume we don't need it. And rest means more than sleeping too. We need to rest our brain at times. And then Luke 10, I actually just read this morning. Mary versus Martha. If you don't know the story, go read it. If not, I'll give you one of my famous paraphrases here because we know I just paraphrase the Bible all the time. I think they were sisters, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure this morning it said it was Martha's house and she had someone else over who was Mary. So I guess my whole life I always thought they were sisters, but it didn't technically say sisters this morning. Anyways, Martha's being busy. She's like, I assume freaking out because Jesus is here at my house. Like everything needs cleaned, everything needs cooked. Like we're the host. We have to be a good host. And then Mary spends the whole time at Jesus's feet and like just soaking up Jesus, you know? And Martha calls her out, which, hey, talk about throwing your friend under the bus here. She's like, Jesus, can you believe Mary's just making you do everything? Can you please tell her to help me? And then he reverses the roles and tells Martha, like, Martha, Martha, girl, listen. Mary's doing what's important. You're not. So, kind of a turn of events there. But don't be a Martha, okay? Don't miss out on important moments of life because you are too busy with your tasks or your checklist or the things you need to do. Mary was very present in the moment. There was stuff that needed to be done that's important and it will get done, and there's a time and a place for it. But Mary was aware that that was not the time and the place for it. Actually, Ecclesiastes 3:1 says there is a time for everything. So it might go back to organization. It's just not really our time to worry about that. Give it a different time, give it a different home. Some practical examples of being in the moment could be like putting your phone down, uh, eat without scrolling, play without rushing. Don't make the kids feel like you are over it and you're just trying to move on to the next thing or hurry up and do this so you can get on to the next thing. And I keep gearing this towards kids, but it's with everything, like your spouse, your friends. I think our connection with people is really important and it's something we have to nourish and take care of. So when you are with people, that is the time to be present. And that is the time to experience joy. So surrender your worry to God. Create a simple organization thing to calm your mind. Scoop up your to-do lists, give them a home, and then try to do one thing at a time. You don't need to master all three things. You don't even need to master one of them. Just give them a try. Start with one. I would love to know how it goes with you. I would love to know which of you are type B and type A moms. Actually, you know what? If you're listening to a platform that you can comment type A or type B on here. I don't think you can on Apple or Amazon. I don't think you can comment per episode, but if you go to my Facebook page, you can. And I would love to know how many type A and type B moms I have out there. Facebook page is called Moms Helping Moms Grow in Christ. Come find me. We got to stick together. We can maybe give each other organization tips. That would be great. Yeah, that would be fun. I like that idea. But just start with one, try it. Let me know how it goes. I would love that. Yeah, okay. So I want you all to have a great, fantastic week. And I have a lot of surprise and wonderful things coming your way. So thanks for being here with me. Thanks for always tuning in. If you could leave a comment or a review or share this with someone, that would really help me get seen as a podcast and grow. All righty. See you next Wednesday. Bye.